I am fishing for sockeye salmon on the Skeena River using a method called flossing. It's different from lure or bait fishing. It's more about like presentation and timing than actually tempting a fish to bite. So here's the setup. We've got pencil lead weight that I can attach to my main line. I cut it down to the right size once I see the current. So that's what I was using when I caught that last fish. You want it heavier for faster water and lighter for slower water. So I cut it down. You can see like more than half of it. Then you want about 8 feet of leader. So you can go fingertip to fingertip and then fingertip to neck. Or so, something like that. The longer you can make it, the better, but it's kind of hard to handle if you make it too long. Next, you need a 1/0 barbless hook, and we're going to attach a little piece of wool to that. I am going to try and do a bait loop here for you. But I can't talk while I do that because I have only done it like 4 times. So let's see. Let's see if I can do this. That one worked out pretty good. Okay, so you get your little piece of wool. Doesn't really matter what color you use because this is not the thing that's like attracting the salmon. This is like just a handy little marker. And I'm pretty sure you have to have something on your hook. I don't know. Anyways, it's not attracting the salmon. It's a good marker so you can see your hook. It looks like that. Yeah, I'm not about to do tutorials on tying knots anytime soon. But you know what? I've caught fish, so it's worked so far. I was actually losing so many of these the first couple days. So I started tying them beforehand, and I just tape them up into this neat little bundle so that I had a whole bunch of them ready because I lost like, I don't know, 8 before I figured this out. It's my first ever time going fishing completely by myself. Anyways, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, you see this little ripple here? That is where 2 different currents of water meet. One's moving a little bit faster and one's moving a little bit slower. So that line that they come together is called a seam. Turns out you want to fish those seams. They love these spots for 2 reasons, I guess. Salmon don't really want to fight that heavy current all the way upstream, so the seam gives them kind of like a little pocket of calmer water where they can rest while still staying close to the main current. And they also kind of travel like they're on a road. They use the seams almost like lanes. They follow the edge of the fast water as they migrate upstream. So if you drop your line right along that seam, right in the ripple, then you're putting it in the right, you're putting your hook right where the fish are most likely to be moving. It's kind of like fishing in the salmon's travel lane. Sockeye aren't usually feeding when they're in the river, heading to spawn. Instead of chasing food, they travel in like these tight lanes close to the bottom. The idea behind flossing is to drift your line across their path with the leader stretched out. Then the salmon swim forward, and the leader kind of naturally slides into its open mouth, and the hook catches it in the corner, or that's what's supposed to happen. The guy who taught me said, if you are not bouncing on the bottom, you're not fishing. That's because you want the weight ticking along the rocks so that the leader is right where the fish are traveling. When you feel that steady tap, tap, tap of the pencil lead, you know that you're like kind of in the right area, the right zone, I guess. It's kind of like a little rhythm. Cast, drift, bounce along the rocks, set the hook when you feel resistance, and when it works really well. I've had like great success with it. I've been fishing for sockeye 5 times now, and I've caught sockeye 4 out of those 5 times. And I did not even know how to use my rod the first 2 times. So there's something really satisfying about feeling like that weight bouncing along the riverbed. I don't know. It's cool. I really like it. Oh, I got something. Back up, walk onto the rocks, and I don't see any spots. I'm pretty sure it's a sockeye. Definitely a sockeye. Excuse me, I'm not very good at this.